We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Um, Hi, guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi, guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. All right, how are we doing tonight? Ooh, that's kind of loud. There, how's it now? All right, we got our music back. Oh, and need to do a reset because I was messing with that. Okay. Put my earpiece back in. There, now I can listen to the music too. I'm not sure what that was on the previous stream for Dungeon of the Endless, where I could not listen to my music or any of the audio really. It was peculiar. Yeah, I'll just put my hoodie back on. I forgot my lovely tracking. All right. Straightening everything back out. Doing a little arm wiggle. You can't really see because I don't have the tracker or the Elite Motion at an angle. She mounted just ever so slightly. Ever so slightly at an angle. It's not a bad idea. Just need the tiniest of little wedges so it tilts it from pretty much flat on my keyboard to there. Tonight is going to be a get stuff done night. Because I figured out stuff. So now we can get stuff done. Okay. So our model will definitely be bouncing in and out because we'll probably be starting and stopping Unity, which back here, probably starting and stopping that a few times. And unfortunately, we're back to slightly fuzzy audio. It shouldn't be the worst. It shouldn't be the worst, but it might be slightly fuzzy audio because the furnace will be running like a lot. It is still chilly out here in good old Arctic tundra, Wisconsin here. Yes. How are we doing? How are we doing tonight, my lovely chatters? Let's see where we left off. Where we left off when I worked on this for just a couple minutes today. And I figured out something amazing. Oh, we need a going live. Okay. Before I start, I need to post the go live button. I know there's something I can set up. What is that? Not that, this. I know there's some kind of macro I can set up that will basically just send it off to Discord. If Discord ever loads. Is Discord already loaded? Discord's already loaded. Why didn't it pop up? Why indeed? Dun 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 dun. Rusty stream alerts. There we go. Dev. Bam. It did the big box. Oh well. You know, I'm gonna get rid of that. There. Okay. Let's see. Is that pretty much everything? Oh, wow, that is really quiet. Why is that so quiet? I mean, I'm glad I can hear it. Oh, Winamp is super quiet. It's at 9. Why is it at 9? I want to listen to some music. So I'm going to put that up and put that back down. I think it's somewhere around there. Oh, welcome in. Welcome in, Temporal Nix. Oh, I can show you the thing. Okay, first of all, let's see if the music's too loud since I was just messing with it. I figured out why my music's messed up. Let's see. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too obnoxious. Funny when you have to take your phone to listen to the stream. But next. Release the camera. Behold. Look at our stance. We got a nice stance going here. But watch. Hi. We can walk and wave and eat all this stuff. Look at us go. It'd be less herky-jerky if I was using my controller like I wanted to. Wow. Whoa, that was cool. Yeah, so I do need to do some smoothing. But yes, isn't this exciting? How's our posture? Posture could use some work. Ooh, as my spine cracks. Also, I brought in the newer model. Huh? Get that cursor out of the way. Look it. We can squint with this eye now. It should be a little bit more fluid. I did lose a little quirk with the eyebrows that I actually liked. Yeah, I actually like. Now they don't move separately. So gotta figure out whatever that was. But yeah, we can walk. We can fall. We can even fall. Hold on, let's get back here. Yes, we can walk and talk now. I had to rewrite part of Easy VMC. I had to rewrite just a small chunk of it and rearrange the processing order for how the avatar is controlled. What's that? Okay, that's a thing. Yeah, so there lots of trial and error because I wanted to narrow this down. So there's lots of trial and error, but I figured it out. It does need some smoothing. It is just a little. Some of that might just be because I'm using the controller, and I changed things. Also, I think it's no longer doing the control or it's no longer running the animator twice. So I wonder if that has something to do with it too. But yeah, one thing I do need to do is I need to better blend this. But yeah, I no longer have to switch between models. It's all just right here. right here, and I'm gonna be like emoting with one hand because the other one is tapping on the keyboard. But you know, super exciting, super exciting. I didn't have to like hack it up or anything. Yes, when I iron out the little bits, the extra little bits, then I'll let you know what I did, or I'll try to help you hook it up. I don't know how yours is set up, but this is very exciting. Was this model have the correct? Ah, I forgot to hook up the tie. Oh well. Oh well. Next time I export. Did some other things too. Outside of add the controller. Yep, the controller is the big part. Man, no, I don't like the power pose I'm doing here when I lose tracking. I'm just like A-frame. But I guess that's what I would have been doing anyways. There, it doesn't look as bad when you're zoomed in. Yeah, no, I did that. You're thinking about a blend, you could model swap between regular and chibi, but still blend in the tracking. So between using two different models, and I did this before with Giant Rusty. If using two different models, you can just have them use the same avatar. I believe. I think that's how I did it. Let's see, where is it? Nested. Layer armature. I think it was, I was just using, they were just using the same avatar. Like everybody had to be using it. Let's see what Rusty Big uses. Oh no, see, he's here too. Huh. Okay, no, that's not quite how it would. Oh, if they need different animations. Okay, yeah, that would be different. That would be different. You would have to have two different things, but you'd be calling, they'd be running a similar thing like this from the controller, as far as I can tell. I was looking into the animation blending. Like this is a blend thing, and the blend tree. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm just going right down the rabbit hole here, way further than I wanted to go at the time. But I thought maybe the blend tree was how I could get the overlapping things to work properly. How did I have Big Rusty moving? How did I have Big Rusty moving? Because he was... is he using a different... He's using a different avatar. He's using Rusty 12F. Let's try... Should be 14. No? Oh wait, that's the wrong one. This one. Watch this, I have something on him that prevents him from moving. Update mode, normal, fixed? No? Okay, well I don't want to mess with Giant Rusty too much. He's been very well behaved. He has not eaten us in a very long time. So we'll leave Giant Rusty alone. Rusty Big, right? That is Rusty Big, right? Yes. Okay. But the other exciting thing, one of the other exciting things. Hey, where's our light source here? Oh no. One of the exciting things is when I swapped in the new model, I still have to add in all of the equipment slots and objects, which is as easy as dragging and dropping. So we're gonna do that. But got the zombie walk going on here. One of the exciting things is we can use buttons. Oh, there we go. Okay, that turned this will reset the position of the TV. This will turn the lights on and off. You see the cursor? You can see the cursor. Ta-da! So I can interact with it with like this if I hit the right. Ooh, there we go. Where was it? you know, so my character can use it. Oh, this might be kind of goofy because it's not hooked up to this avatar. Oh boy. Well, anyways, yes, reset position. Where's the one for the power the lights on and off? There we go, studio lights. See, the cursor's way over here. But because we're in game mode, right? The rusty avatar, hello, is interacting with the little on-off switch buttons in front of me. With the E, because it says so. Or I can now also click on them. So we can do both. It was dead simple. I sent you the video. It was ridiculously easy. I can't believe it was actually that easy. It might have been a thing that they added in the last couple of years. I do not know for sure. I do not know. This is still going to be one of my favorite. It might even become a gimmick with how much fun it is. It's just. Is that backwards? Why is it flipped? This is okay. This should actually not be flipped. I wonder if it's because I reset the position. Oh no, it is. Yeah, that's not behaving properly. I need to fix the reset position code. Okay. Okay, we have plenty of things on our to-do list now. Wow. Is this button? Move a thing. Move a thing is only doing the quad TV. Well, let's go find the quad TV. Quad TV. Quad TV backer. It's grabbable. Object grabbable. What does that button do? Button, what do? You move a thing. So here is the here's what I was talking about. Event triggers for being able to click it. Because I was thinking, it's like, you know what? I want to have to make a user interface canvas every single time. Like you would use that for a menu because it would pop up over the whole screen. Like how do you how for like a point and click game? Or wow, I'm emoting and there's no me. We should probably fix that. Hi, we're just gonna hide up here when we're not there. We're gonna hide up here. So I was thinking, how does it work for a point and click game, or whenever you want to click something in the game without using your controller, or having it be directly in the center, the crosshairs. It was so easy when I found that the right tutorial. I went through a few different tutorials about ray casting and all sorts of complicated stuff. And this one is literally just no scripting. You just plop a thing on and it can do a thing. It can access other scripts that are on the thing, which is great, which is what I'm doing. We need to manage to get a new phone. Ooh, congratulations on the phone. Enjoy your new phone. Yes, usually the only reason that I update phones is there is both a phenomenal deal of some sort and my current phone that doesn't hold a charge anymore. I will run that thing until there's no battery left, and you can't replace the batteries on them easily anymore. So yeah, so enjoy your new phone, if it's a new phone, with all of its AI overlord stuff. Yep, because we need that for phone calls. Yes. See, Nix, you're just too powerful. You're just too powerful for the phone to gaze upon your face, even. That you're forming it. It just can't handle it. So it's just it's what it is. It's what it is. Enjoy your hunt for a new phone. First, I want to figure out why Quad TV is not grabbing all of the Quad TV. Maybe it was just a fluke. Maybe it was just a fluke. I suppose we should figure out if it's a fluke before we start trying to recode everything. Whee! Okay, you. Okay, it was a fluke. Maybe. Come on, come on. There. Ooh. Hey, we did in fact lose our orange box though. Oh. I was beginning to like the orange outline around this, and it has disappeared. I know why. I know. Okay, that's an easy fix. We need to grab a different orange. Invisibox. Wait, is there a reason I don't have it orange? Did I do all of that last time? All the fun, like, trippy stuff, and I didn't have the right the right tracker? Oh my goodness. Or the right tracker. Without saving? I believe I put Oranger behind it. There we go. Oranger. Oranger. I should use Ty though. Or no. Iris. Oh geez, which Iris? This Iris? Not that Iris. Let's do this Iris. Okay. So instead of Oranger, we are going to use Iris because theoretically this one will change colors with our toggle. This toggle. Yeah, theoretically. What the heck? Okay, so why does the toggle work here, but it doesn't work here? So my tie shifts. Both the irises and the tie shifts colors. They swap. But it wasn't doing that in the engine. That's a minor quirk. We can live with that quirk. In fact, we're going to save right now, and now we're going to do some boring swapperoos. And we have to do that in when we're large, or when we're not in play mode. There we go. We have to do that when we're not in play mode. We have to drag everything over because I set it up in a hard-coded, kind of inefficient way. Well, no, it's efficient. You only ever want to do it once. So what I have to do is transfer over my equipment attachments over to the new Rusty model. And that is not ideal if I plan on updating my model frequently. So what I should do is write a script. I should write a little C# script that when the whole project loads up, it assigns the attachment points to the selected avatar. I'm just gonna call it avatar. Hi, avatar model. Because what we're doing right now, we are manually putting on, for instance, there, attachment point. because I also have to do them for the fingers. Oh, man. Yes, I should definitely do that. So what it would do is it would cycle through, and all I would have to do is drop the new model or the new avatar onto the script. You know, script like this, right? So I'd just be like, plop, Rusty 15A, plop, drop it onto the script, and it would then look for the correct spots, like right hand, left hand, head. And all my models are pretty much going to be the same size, so I wouldn't even need to adjust offsets. That is a really good idea. I'm going to put that on my to-do list. That circle, writing it down on a physical notepad, because I plan on updating Rusty more, especially when I get a 2.0. But we'll all have the same skeleton system. Yeah, pretty much. Script for assigning equip slots. Okay, hand R, hand R, hand R is in hand R, drag hand R to hand R. Bam. Okay, there. Look, we already have a little heads-up display. Wish I should add some stuff too. Actually, it's not a heads-up display. It's more of a Palm Pilot in the palm. And where is index finger and thumb? Yes. Oh man. Yeah, this is why it would be so much easier. Probably save me a good 15 minutes every model. Okay, tip of thumb. Tip of thumb. You get there. Index finger. Is that tip of index finger? It is not the tip of the index finger. Ooh, I don't know if I want to do both at the same time. Okay. Is that up? Welcome to Rusty's housekeeping stream. Index finger 4. Nope, it's under 3. And line also goes under 3. Okay. So those are done. The right hand is done. I don't think we had anything on the left hand. I should probably double check. Nope, not that one. Also, this will be handy for when I get more fingers. I did have things on my other fingers. And on the thumb. Jeez. Yeah, this will definitely need to be scripted in the future. Thumb. I don't know if anything actually uses some of these, but I would hate to be missing out on fun things. As I said it once, fun finger things, and it's like, we need to workshop that one. We need to workshop the fun finger things. There we go. Okay, we've got that done. Let me switch to the head. Sip of water. Okay, where are we next? Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Oh my goodness. Look at all this garbage. My goodness. Some of these might need to be looked at, like the Rusty Ship Fighter. I don't know if the head has to be... If the head has to be looked at. Labor antenna test. I think this one can go away. I think that's out of date. Okay. So in this one I made the antenna, I made it its own thing. So so it can move separately. Yeah, because I was thinking about linking, I was going to put a spring bone in it. I don't think I got that far. I'm trying to look at that model. It's not actually that model. Okay, so where we go? Look at all this stuff. Because I am a robot made from pieces, I do not have everything combined into one mesh. I really should. Like the eyebrows, they could be part of the mesh. They don't have to be part of the head mesh. This is all separated out. What happens when you are a work in progress? Okay, we're gonna try all of those things at once, moving to the head. Oh, we do need to add other things too. There we go. Look at those glorious things on our head attachment point. The eyes. No? Oh, there it is. There they are. Okay, we do have the eyes. Under eyes 2, we need eye marker R. Thankfully, everything, because I'm just updating my model, thankfully, everything is in the same spot. Ooh, thank you, Zeribot. I was trying to say, who actually caught you? Who actually caught you? Likely Banna Vader. Does anybody intentionally click the cheap viewers blah blah blah? I mean, I could see accidentally clicking, like especially if chat is flowing along. But who actually, you can't. You're supposed to remove the space in the URL that they try spamming with. So you have to intentionally grab that and put it in there. You can't even accidentally click on it. Okay, that should be it. That should be everything we need to move over. And if not, we're gonna leave them in there anyways. We're gonna leave all that in there. Okay. I'm gonna save. So I don't want to do that all again. That was like at least 10 minutes of busy work. That will in the future be handled with a script. 100%. You know, I forgot all about the drop camera. What is the shortcut key for drop camera? It's like 6 or 7 or something like that. Let's find out. Oh, look at that big block of Pepto-Bismol over there in the corner. We gotta select something else here. There we go. The Pepto-Bismol, for those unfamiliar with Unity, whenever it's this lovely, you can see some of them in the middle of the screen. Whenever it's that lovely magenta shade, that means the material? Is it the material or is it the shader? The shader. The material is... The material's there because that's what it is. The shader is set to something incompatible with the current render pipeline. Now, current Unity, Unity 6, which is what we're using, has 2 pipelines. There used to be 3, and they got rid of one because they decided it was no longer necessary. There we go. They decided it was no longer necessary. So what we have now is just the universal render pipeline, which is what we're using. and then the high def render pipeline, HDRP, which they've had forever ever. So that's if you're doing more realistic looking stuff, whereas the URP is can do realistically, I think, but it's more for stylized, like we are, or anime look, cartoony look. We do have kind of a, I think part of the issue right here is that we need to recalibrate. We got a zombie lurching thing. Yeah. So the reason I'm not going to show everybody exactly how I blended these things yet is because I need to fine tune a couple of things. But it works. We can walk and talk at the same time without switching between models. Because how I was doing it is I had my tracking model, so all the tracking data coming in and whatnot. Big lovely emotive, things like winking at you and stuff. Good times, right? I had that model or that avatar, and then I had the controlled. Right now I'm pressing keys on my keyboard, right? The third person controller, because we're looking at ourselves in third person, right? But yeah, and it was a very tough time combining them. And I figured it out. I just need to literally smooth out a couple of things. And also I need a hotkey somewhere where I can just hit a button and reset my posture. Where's my posture? Welcome in, Slime. There we go. I'll probably still be lurching, but it's not quite as bad. not quite as bad. See, but look, we can do stuff now. You haven't figured out walking yet. I don't know. You've got your humanoid-ish avatar, right? Yeah. Also, this is now a more up-to-date avatar. Look, you can squint. Make more funny mouth shapes. Actually, this is backwards. I have the mouth backwards. This is open, and this is closed. Yeah, that is inverted. Okay, that'll be on the eventual to-do list. But yes, I was able to reorder some things. Yes, very skeptical. Yes, I was able to. I figured it out. Much trial and error. Essentially, I reordered the order of things coming in, controlling and tracking, and then I went and edited the virtual motion capture code to kind of manually call out some tracking points. Yeah, it is a pain in the butt. But it works in my very specific use case. Very specific use case. I figured out a couple other things too. Oh. Whoa! I think we still have a tracking point somewhere far, far away for this. We need to fix this. That is not in the right spot. Okay. It's gonna be a very bright light. Well. Where's that even coming from? Way over there. This will be fun. No? That is interesting. Okay, it's coming from the other model. Is the other model in the room with you? That is gonna be a fix right now. Fix right now thing. What did I miss? Okay, that is one of the, you know what, an easier way to see it would be to go to my scripts. Scripts. Toggle Move thing, move thing, move thing, grab thing. How about my scripts that are not in the right spot? Finger line. Okay, where is finger line? Can I find it in project? Okay, finger line script. Aha. Aha. It is not in the right spot. Tip thumb L. Tip thumb. One of these is in the wrong spot. You know, you're on 14K. You were also on 14K. Oh no. Right, tip index R. Maybe you're in the wrong spot. Line, 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 where are you? You're in the right spot. Well, this is definitely some troubleshooting. Okay. Line, 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 line. Something is still attached to the other. I hope it's not because I dragged them over all as one. Okay. Okay. Show me line, line, line. Yeah, you are not in the correct spot. I can see why it's not working properly. Where even are you? Well. Line, line, line. You are supposed to be in a different spot. Or are you? Object 1 transform, object 2 transform. Object 1, object 2, line right, line left. Okay, the attachment points for line right and line left. Where are you? Okay, line right. Aha. Line right is in the wrong spot. This is one of my favorite things when I actually started using it instead of trying to hunt things down myself. Right here in your hierarchy, I have my windows, my little windows arranged differently, but here, the hierarchy, you search for things. You can even search for scripts that are on things. Fantastic. Stubborn me was not using that right away. Aha. Okay, I am missing these two. I thought I moved them over. Stubborn me was not using them right away. Index finger. Index finger. I didn't go all the way to the tip. You know what? We're gonna do them one by one. There we go. There we go. Okay, so those are done. Let's check the left side too, just for kicks. Dun, 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 dun. Nope, nothing in the left side. Okay, so now that should work properly. Look at my messy folder structure. Oh, I'll finally be able to get rid of some of this messiness because I had unpacked one of the avatars in the root of the project. You Good thing I didn't delete them yet, though, because we would have just bungled up our line code. Very true, Nix. Very true. It's good to be stubborn a bit, as you can appreciate the easy way without after learning, first learning the hard way. Yes. So true. So true. Okay, so we will save that. It's okay that the line is over here. It probably shouldn't be over here. I guess this is just the uninitialized spot that it lives. Okay. So. Oof. There's something still off about it. I might troubleshoot the line off stream. I mean, at least it is mostly correct. There's probably something I hard coded. Oh, it's been go away. Okay. Check. Fine. Oh, patch notes. That is one of the things I think would be fun. If I do more dev stream. I'm doing dev stream right now. As I do more dev streams. Patch notes. Okay, but yes, the clicking. I still can't believe how easy, ridiculously easy that was. Ridiculously easy. Wait, oh, we were in the right spot. Ridiculously easy. The clicky clickies were. Oof. That's, we know where the TV is now. I should probably hide it when it's inactive. So that when I activate it, then it pops up. Oh, testing. Yes. Fantastic. I'm using the same material that I do the swapping. Yes. Perfect. Working as intended. Oop. You know, one thing I should maybe do. One thing I wonder if I should do is disable lighting on the TV screen. The light cast. So you see this? It just looks crisp. This is probably why we're getting all the goofy bloom effects. Or at least most of them. Yep. It is. It is because the studio lights that are set up in this area. Oh man. Oh no, we're still getting a little bit, but not nearly as much bloom. Yeah, that did not work as intended. Okay. The reset position button does mess with the TV for some reason. Yep, I know why. Okay. Because we do need the reset position, so when we're throwing the TV around, like so, we can just go boop, and it boop, boop, boop. Turn off physics and then boop it. Oh, it's doing it right. It's just a 180. Okay. Somehow. Yeah. Okay. See, we're getting all the little things out of the way. Yes, so easy to just boop things now. In a fantastic way. Okay, where is Platforms. TV. There we are. Hello. This is what was last displayed on our spout. Spout. Okay, move thing. The script that moves a thing to a place. Aha. TV, that's where TV holder is. Okay. TV holder. There, that probably fixed it right there. Okay, but when we move it, physics is still going. So what we should probably do is disable physics. Then move it? And then re-enable physics. I think. Yeah, it was literally just moving the position and rotation. And then saying, okay, physics, move it. So it keeps going. What we should probably do is turn it off. If set, turn it off. Real physics before moving, or increase damping. So I don't know if we'd always want to do that. I don't know if we'd always want to do that. You know, what if I want to move the thing and it just goes whoosh? This is one of my simple scripts. Simple, reusable scripts. So this is move a thing. It moves a thing from wherever it is back to another position, you know, the object endpoint. This one, toggle on off. You put it wherever you want it to be, in this case a light switch. I have it controlling the active state, so on off. It's basically toggling the active state of the object, so the studio light controls for this area. The initial state is on, and then there's a description because the character, you know, as I'm running around, it'll pop up if it's in the right, if it's close enough to press the button. And what I was able to hook up today, in fact, was able to hook up today when I found the event triggers system. I just, when you click on it, pointer click. So you click on it and it does a thing. So here it goes. I found the toggle on off script right here of this object. And that was it. That was it. So now it just runs this function on the script when I press the button. It's great. Welcome in, Suba. Welcome. Oh, we're doing all of that. I'm gonna have to make points more stingy. No, points are there to be used. Points are there to be used. Doing a little housekeeping because we have discovered great things. Do a little posture check. In fact, we're gonna save, jump in here, and then I will get you your Wisco fact. This is a fun one. I thought of this one. Let's go back over to the fun area. Oh, so a fun thing. Check this out. Check this out. We can walk and talk at the same time because I finally solved one of my lingering problems. How to blend the motion tracking with controlling. And it works. It needs a little tweaking, but overall, works. Okay, so today's Wisco fact. Sorry, I'm very amused. Today's Wisco fact. I did not know, because this was before my time, but there was a Neil Diamond cover band in Milwaukee, or a suburb of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I didn't know about it because it was in the 80s. I was just a little rusty. And well, how I found out about it is Hugh Jackman is the male singer of the duo that was the Neil Diamond cover band. And he was in Wisconsin, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, to promote it, including serving frozen custard, which is like ice cream, serving frozen custard at a still in business frozen custard restaurant. They do frozen custard and burgers and stuff like that. I had it there when I lived in Milwaukee. I can't have frozen custard because I'm a lactose intolerant robot, but the burgers are all right. As far as, buttery, delicious, greasy burgers are. Yeah, no, absolutely. You can send it to me in a DM, Suba, or art share, depending. But yes, congrats on your first day of painting class. I did try looking for my old college paintings. Found a couple of them, but I think I took photos of them at different times. Because here's how old I am. I did not have a digital camera when first starting college, and phones didn't have cameras. I think I got a digital camera about halfway through college because I wanted to document things like my art projects. So that was the early 2000s. I still have my first camera though. I have my first camera. I do have my first camera. I will definitely post that in the Discord. It's hilarious. I got it in a cereal box. But my first digital camera was a Casio Exilum. I want to say 3.2 megapixels. Oh, huge. Yeah, I'll check it out after stream if you don't mind. Yeah, no, congrats. Painting is, I got back into it just for fun, playing around. Like craft night a couple of years ago, a few years ago now. I'll just sit down with a couple of friends, and we would just sit around the table and do like drawing, painting, playing with clay or something. It was craft night that we would try to do every now and then. It was a good time. I highly recommend it. And I'm the artsy one out of the group, the actual art degree one out of the group. So it wasn't like we were all making fine art or anything. It was just for funsies. And yeah, I highly recommend it. Yeah, turn that off. There we go. I could probably turn this off more often just to say, look, behold. Now we're not giving everyone a trippy headache. And then we go, bleh. I do still have to adjust the physics on this thing, apparently. I think when I put the new collider on here, it made it less topsy-turvy. Dun, 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 dun. Or maybe I left out something when I just transferred everything over to New Rusty. But yeah, Craft Night. Craft Night is highly recommended. But anyways, yeah, I got back into painting a little bit and just doing some doodling. Those I could probably take pictures of. I've got them stacked up here somewhere. I actually did more painting not in class than in class, because I took painting 2 semesters? 3? 2 or 3 semesters I took painting. It was not the focus of my major. Oh, that could be why we're having problems. This is supposed to have a back. It's not supposed to be double-sided. Yeah, I did more painting, not in class, I think. Because I did a bunch for fun. Scratch that itch or sell one or two every now and then just as decorative kind of things. Not for much. Not for much. Yeah, my focus was not on painting so much as drawing, animation, that kind of stuff. Hey, here we are. Let's see if I broke anything else. Studio lights, those still work. Can we zoom? We can still zoom. And the look at me script still works. I should be using this. I should be using this more often to shift around when I'm in the green screen area. Yeah, probably. Where's the other button I added? This one? Yes. Okay, this clicky button does work. Oh, another fun thing. Another fun thing about this clicky here is you can see my cursor right now. Yes, way over there. However, when I'm using Rustyland, so or Rustyverse, not Rustyland anymore. When I've got this all packaged up and not in, dev playtime mode, when it's all like this, when I've got it all packaged up, in OBS, you can hide the cursor. So I could walk over here and be like, oh, look. Hi, everybody. I'm turning off the lights. Turning on the lights. See? So a little behind the scenes puppeteering kind of trickery. Boop. If I wanted to be really fancy, I could have the interaction between the collider I have in my hand. I forget which hand I have on. I have a collider on right now. I could have that, so it's like, okay, when it interacts with this, then it triggers it. So you can do that too. That's mostly used in like VR. Or I could hook up the VR type. The VR type interactions. That would definitely have to be. It's very interesting. It's very interesting how the VR toolkit works. Oh, thank you. How the VR, was it XR? I forget what the plugin is called, or not the plugin. Yeah, I guess it'd be a plugin. The whole package for doing virtual reality, so for doing VR development, because there's all sorts of built-in stuff for interacting with objects. Jeez. He's angry. Junior is awake. So now it just seems like, I don't know if the thumping is coming through the noise canceling. But the great Rusty in the Sky is angered by us. Wait, does this still work? Oh no. We're using a different. I gotta change his material. His material is no longer changing with us. His eyes. Okay, well, I got a couple things scratched off the list. That's awesome. Tonight I was going to work on the VPO stage, which is the area we just worked. This. I need more stuff. What if we don't do that? What my thought was is, okay, so we've got the stage, right? Right now we're just kind of in the void, giant logo behind us. And that's it. You know, that's not great for everything. What if what if instead of bringing props and environments around here, for when I do want, you know, stuff around, what if instead of doing that, we bring the TV screen to the new spot? Because then we don't need to make a new TV every time. That seems like it'd be a lot of trouble. That seems like it'd be a lot of trouble when I can just make a new instance of the TV screen. Something I'm going to think about, though. Something I'm going to think about. So the broadcast area, the virtual interactive puppet overlay of having the stream, the game, whatever we're doing, 3D modeling, art, whatever, it'll be on this screen and we'll be walking around it as we work. You know what? Let's just show you instead of, while we mull it over. Mull it. Also, it needs its own teleport spot. It definitely needs its own teleport spot. So we've got it right here. Boom. It won't be the tunnel effect because it'll be whatever we're playing. And you guys see exactly what you're seeing now. Maybe I'll just, oh, hey, my flashlight's on. Maybe that's why some things aren't working. They're starting in the on position. But anyways, yeah, so we'll be here. I need a teleport point that's like better centered, so I'm not directly in front of it all, so I'm offset. Multiple rusty robots. I can pause it now. I can just go like this. Huh? See, now it's just a picture. Camera offset. Camera offset. Another thing on my to-do list. There we go. So I have a camera offset. If I want to be centered or to the side. Okay. What I need is a third one when I'm going to be way to the side. So we can have the screen. Think of how like Fruitsy has it, right? How Fruitsy has it is she has a screen like kind of right there. And then do I have? No, I don't have it on my, I was trying to check my little stream deck to see if I could move my VTuber around. But basically, Fruitsy would be over by Winamp over there. And then, you know, working away on stuff. The slimes are moving around down at the bottom of the screen and whatnot. And, you know, she's working on stuff on the screen, playing a game, whatever. So I want something similar to that. Not a direct copy, of course. Put my own spin on it. But what if I don't want to be just out here in the void doing this? What if we want to be in the factory? Do I take this screen with me, or do I think I just make a new version of the screen? Because it's software. I can make as many of these as I want. To a theoretical limit where they will crash the system. Now, where are we? Not this one. New office. New office. New office. So... No, not new office. Old office. Old office. There we go. Ta-da! Say hello, everybody. You're on an old TV or on an old monitor here. Now that one is crystal clear. That one is crystal clear. Aye. Well, crystal clear until it's not in focus. Hold on. This is fun. I still need to add in this toggle. It's been on my to-do list for a very long time. Oh, that is funny. So I do have here's the broadcast area that we were just, the VPO area, I'll call it. We're just over there. It's still moving in the editor, even though we're not in that location. There's definitely room for optimization in this whole project. Okay, we want character armature. Nope. Player armature. There we go. And ta-da! Hello, everybody. Whoa, 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 whoa. We move really fast when we're small. And we float a little bit. Okay, we do have a little floating issue. Ta-da! There we go. Hello, everybody. Now we're miniature. I need a miniature toggle for when I want to do this kind of stuff. So one of the fun things is one of the fun things about how I have my aesthetic, right? Low polygon. And how I have my texturing is everything looks good, or I should say everything looks the same no matter what the scale is, because how things are, how the textures are assigned, how the maps are. So look at this. This looks nice and gray and all that because it's very minimal textures. It's all flat shaded. So we can be small, we can be big. Now something like this, the pipes here, that is an image, it's a bitmap. So at different sizes, it'll have, pixely and stuff. But overall, everything will have the same flat shaded colors, no matter where it is. I wonder why we're offset so much right here, honestly. Something to do with the scaling. There, now we're directly centered. Yep, it is definitely the offset does not take scale into consideration. There we go. Now we have a different environment to play with. I could have my teleport script also acknowledge the scale, I suppose. Should we see how big the factory really is? How big and scary? Whoa. Mm-hmm. There we go. Look at, we can't run underneath the desk. There must be sliders. And we can zoom really good here. We can zoom really good. Get the zoomies. Whoa, and everything is going to be out of focus because it's set up for a different scale. Look at us go. Pseudo moonwalking here. Little rusty. A menace. And also slightly off the ground. Maybe? Either slightly off the ground or it just shows that the collider boxes for these items are not quite in the right spot. Yeah, look at it. Look at this huge facility we're in. It's so huge. You can get lost in here. It's so scary. Oh, that light is way too bright now. Well, that was fun. Okay. Camera offset. Camera offset. That seems like it'd be a good one to handle right now. Oh boy, where's that one? Where is... Focus distance. No, not that one. Oh, is it in my script of all scripts? Mm-hmm. It might be somewhere in here. This is... Oh boy. Find key code Z. No key code Z. No key code Z in all open documents. Then where is it? Okay, we will worry about that later then. Camera offset, it's on my to-do list. Circle. Work on the VPO stage. You know, I could just take the VPO stage with me and just drop it. That might work. That might work. No, I definitely want fixed positions for it. Yeah, definitely want fixed positions for where the stream, the video feed, where that will be. Just remember, hey, hide the bodies. Hide the bodies. And if you're hiding a body already, forget about hiding the body. If it's not hidden, you might want to hide it. See, I don't need to use this one anymore. That's nice. Okay, it is not in that script. Okay, that's gonna take a bit to find. Where on earth our Z is, unless it's right here. Yep, there it is, right there. Yep, I will need to add in I'll need to do a slight refactoring here so it can go between 3 states or more for where I want the camera or the offset to be. So I'll just toggle between 3 different states so I don't have to have yet another button. Although another button might not be too bad. What I was thinking about was ease of use using the numpad. I have written on paper. I don't have it written. I don't have it earmarked. I'm liking the idea of putting all the camera controls on the numpad. So what I did like 1 or 2 streams ago, I think, is I started assigning different camera positions to the numpad on how they would make sense. For instance, by camera positions, I mean literally just moving my character. So it's not quite that. Okay, so here we are, green screen area, right? Left side, right side. See, ready to go. All ready to go. And obviously we don't have to be playing this in the background. We can have it be, where's my cursor? As long as it's still selected, I believe. Ooh, nope, don't do that. Don't do that. I guess we do have to have it. Anyways, it'll work once it's compiled. But yes, left, right, left, right. So what if I make some that are the different camera offsets, like maybe 4 and 6? So that's 1 and 3. So maybe 4 and 6 will be the different camera offsets. Ideally, ideally we'd be doing something slightly different where it'd be like on a Stream Deck or something. So I don't have to be using up keyboard keys. But for now, this is a good idea. I think this is a good idea. You know, I'm gonna have to take a closer look at how Doge and Swift do, how they do their stream. You know, study from them, learn from them. Because if we're over here, and we've got this going. I don't want to have it at an angle like this. Now what I can do is I can, I don't want to be center screen is one thing. So yeah, setting the offset to be all the way to one side. Probably be the most efficient way to do that particular thing. Okay, which offset is the question? Third person follow camera shoulder offset, and then giving it a new offset. Third person follow, third person. Where is this script? Where's my focus? Oh, this is the focus distance script. Player follow camera. So there's player follow camera. Shoulder offset. Here it is. We got. Oh, no. Okay. Not that one. No. Is it somehow locked? What's going on with that? Is it... Oh, it's here. It's not. That's damping. Why was I... There we go. Okay. Z. What? What? Oh, no. It's that easy? Okay. We now have multiple ways we can zoom. Excellent. Very excellent. Also, let's stop being evil here. Zoom with shoulder offset. I'm gonna write that down. Zoom with shoulder offset. So what we're doing here is we're adjusting the field of view. And I like it because it's kind of a neat effect. You know, it's like, the camera is staying put, but we're adjusting essentially the focal length. It's actually the field of view. It's confusing in Unity. But it's what allows us to do like kind of a fisheye look or scooched way out like this. You know, the opposite of fisheye. Yeah. Scroll. And I have it locked in at this close. So. But this would allow us to actually move the camera in and out, offset it. So that's nice. I'm going to undo all that though, so I don't mess it up. Try again. Okay. Run back over here, my weird walking way. So I want to be right about here, maybe. To the side of the screen. Maybe like this. have to be fisheye. So I guess put it back about, maybe about 35. Maybe zoom out just a little bit. And I guess we'd have to zoom out a little bit more. Okay. To see the whole screen, you can always play with the scale later. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Let's give that a shot. So let's say 11.2 and -1. Where's our script? Offset for VPO area. Yeah. Input. Get key down. No, not X. We want num. Let's find out what our choices are. What would it be? 6. Alpha 6. 6 key on the top of the alpha keyboard. No, that is not what we want. What else we got? Keypad 6. Numeric keypad 6. There we go. And this nice little tooltips pop up. Tells you where it is. Mouse button 6. Ooh. There, keypad 6. Let's just copy this. But we want, what did we say? We were at -10 and -1, I believe. Something, shoot. Was it -10? Man, that compiles fast. I spoiled with a nice computer here. Okay, let's find out. Not terrible. And we want to put it back. We can just go like this. Like this. Okay, I am looking forward to controlling that with just that. And it's not affecting the guy in the corner of the screen. It's not affecting the guy in the corner of the screen because they are separate cameras. This is the third person camera, and the guy in the corner of the screen is using the fixed green screen area camera, which has its own controls. All right. Get back here. Get back here. I definitely need a teleport spot over here, though. Probably to plot me right here with the right shoulder offset too right away. Hello. How does that look? You know, this is like perfect. Well, if I'm gonna be over here, if I'm gonna be off center, I should say, I definitely have to turn off the chromatic aberration. This is a bit much, but I feel like I'm in a newsroom. I'm like, hello. The weather. Let's find our position here. Okay, there, I just captured our position so that I drop a teleport spot literally right here. Now the camera won't necessarily be in that spot. But it could be. It definitely could be. Why can't it be? Why can't I just plop a camera right there? Okay. See, look at this. We're doing all sorts of fun stuff, getting things figured out. Oh, that box collider is definitely not in the right spot. No wonder I'm having issues. Look at that. It is because I dragged everything over separately, or as one bunch, I think. So it got a weird offset. This little wireframe box that's floating around the middle of the screen right now, that is supposed to be on my hand. Okay, now we know why we're not being able to punch the TV screen. Well, let's take a screenshot of this while we're at it. It's a good spot. I do look like a newscaster. Hello, tonight's weather is rusty. Much rusty. Okay. So the camera is... Where the hell is it? There it is. There's a way to look through a camera, create a camera and look through it. I just do not remember. Main camera. There you are. You are in the perfect location. We will mess with that probably later. That's gonna be so nice. A fixed camera right there. So that when I do want to go to this exact position, teleport over here, this camera turns on. Fantastic. Yes. Okay, well, maybe fantastic. We'll see. We'll see how I set it up. I do like being able to run around and stuff, though. A possible kind of way around that is to drop a new camera. No, this one. There. That is not quite what I was thinking, but there we go. We dropped a camera in. Limited control with the camera. Let's destroy the camera. Okay. When you make things and then forget that you have made things, that's what just happened. So what we have here is a camera we can just plop in wherever we want. See? And now this camera is just basically sitting on a tripod following us around. Yeah, that is a wobbly walk, isn't it? So one of the interesting things that we're doing here is I don't know where I was going with that thought. It is interesting. Oh, the camera's still active. Look at that. Okay, so we are looking at... So normally the camera orbits around us. But what it is, I placed a camera in the position that it was right in front of wherever I was. I can destroy it, and now we're back to our normal camera. Way offset though. Oh, this one. There we go. And we can plop another camera down. I don't know if you saw the tripod just click in there. You can kind of see it right here. It's way up high in the air. I need to adjust the offset on that too. And you can see the stream way over there. You can see the stream on the TV. Okay, this we're getting a little deep in the weeds here, I guess. Destroy that camera. Oh, and I just. Oh no. We'll just do this. There. Okay, all sorts of fun things. All sorts of fun things. I do need to make, in the distant future, I do need to make a pop-up menu for myself on the screen, so I can do things like see which variables are active, change the colors of lights or something with just little sliders. It'll just pop up in an interface. I started that process and didn't quite do anything with it. Okay, so zoom, shoulder, offset, kind of. Show lights and gizmos. We're not going to do that today. That's another toggle. That's another toggle. Show lights and gizmos would be, you see here how it's like, oh look, a light. You know, that's a light icon. Yeah, that's about the only ones right now that we can see are, you know, look at the lights right there. Bam, bam, bam. Then you can't see them in the engine or in the game when it's running. But I'd like to be able to have some kind of representation where they would pop into space, so I can kind of troubleshoot or debug while we're running. Yes. Okay. One thing we are going to do though is we're going to fix that collider that is not where it is supposed to be. Right. Oh, this one's our hand attach point is off, because these should both be on the hand. I wonder if I attach them to something. It's the wrong spot here. I was dragging and dropping them, so it's entirely possible. It's entirely possible that I just plopped it in the wrong spot when I brought in the new model. Let's do this the easy way. Bam. Selecting it in here and focusing it over here. You can do it the other way around too, where you can select it in here, like say the right finger. Hover over here, this window. Boom, now it's on that side. But I did want that controller. Where are you? Controller. You. That's in the hand. Empty hand is way up there though. Why? Why is that so far off? The right hand is way far off too. Oh no. Will those be zeroed? Come on. 0. Oh no, they should just be zeroed. Why? Oh, they shouldn't necessarily be zeroed though. Because they should have the proper offsets. I might have to load up an old save. Find out why it's funky like that. So this explains why the line is also off. Yeah, why is it way over there? It should just be 000. And then the items inside of the attachment point should be the things that moved. Also, I think these should be... I think all these should be hidden. Yeah, they should all be turned off. They should definitely not be on as default. It's very interesting that they did that. Yeah, it means everything is on when it should not be on. Like the marker. Yeah, it's way over there. Okay, all the offsets are messed up. So when I drag and drop them, for some reason, they're probably where they were on the other model. They are. That's 100% what it is, isn't it? Let's find something I didn't move yet. Okay, there's the next finger. It kept like the world coordinates for some reason. When I dragged it, it kept the world coordinates. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I guess. It just sucks because I had offsets on some of them. Weird. So my head collider's probably off too. Okay, let's see. Yep. I didn't move the head collider. Yeah, this explains why we haven't been bumping it, why the TV's not bumping properly. It's because we don't have all the colliders on ourselves yet. Okay. Well, that does simplify things, doesn't it? Where's this head collider? Is it on the actual head? Rusty, you did this in a sloppy manner. Yep, there it is, box collider. It's on the head itself. Okay, so this has an offset, so I wonder what happens when we... Well, we're not going to drag it because it's part of the head, but... Yep, everything is just slightly off. Aha! So, the head point... Oh, Rusty, you're so smart. Just put it back. All you have to do is just put it back. Take head point. Put it back on the head. It has no offset. Now we know. There. That solved that problem. Too late. What the flip? Did that get weird? That did get weird. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Sometimes Unity is full of bullshit. Sometimes Unity is full of bullshit. If I move this position, it should not squish what is inside of it. Zero. And yet it does. Or is that just my imagination? No, it did it right that time. It's weird. That is weird. I wonder if I hit scale or something silly. But still, weird. Weird. So, yes, in the future, absolutely doing that script for assigning the attachment points to a new avatar. Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. In other words, my eyes are going to be off too, aren't they? Everything needs to be gone through. Oh boy. Okay. Yes, so thankfully we only have like 6 attachment points. But yes, they all need to be zeroed out now because our model is actually at 0. That is 100% what it is. This model was not quite at 0. And this one is. Maybe that's what it was? Either way, that is... Okay, where are you? Where are you hiding? Yep, you're hiding way up there. Okay, this is why we test things, right? Before moving them into production. Nope, that was a mistake. That was also a mistake. Maybe not a mistake. Yep, see now the offset's wrong on that. It should be in front of the eyes. Just a little bit. Yep, so we are going to have to bounce it back and forth. That's annoying. That is so annoying. Okay, where did we have these things before? It's a good thing we left them in. Where are you? Okay, you are directly in front of the eye. Where are you? You are also directly in front of the eyes. Okay, so that's not too bad. I guess we don't need to drag them back and forth. We'll just need to manually play with it a little bit. Just a little bit. So we can have our lovely little glow factor in front of the eyes. We're going to need that for the next time we have a Voices of the Void stream, especially. Especially for Voices of the Void. You know, I haven't checked in a bit to see if they came out with a patch yet. Have they come out with 0.91? Something like that, the official patch anyways. So I don't want an unfortunate hotfix kind of situation. Yeah, that's pretty much centered. Okay, so we got the eyes. Head point, done. We have to fix the fingers. And that is why our line control was not working. There, now did you just see that? Did you see the marker line? The marker line went into the right spot. Line, however, also needs to be in the right spot. Next finger. All of these need to be zero. Is there a reset? There's no reset position. There is a reset position. Oh, that is handy. Reset. You know, if they have the command in there, that must mean it does happen. It is a thing that happens. Because it doesn't reset everything, it just resets the transforms. Ender. I'll have to work on any offsets in the future. Finger, thumb. Is this trap number 3? Is that what we're... No, this is number 1. Okay. Track number 3. I don't know if I deleted it or if I always just skip it, because that one, especially when it hits around this time of night, it's just like sleep mode. Thumb tip, reset. Lots of reset, lots of busy work. Definitely future to-do list. Which will be a bit of work. It will be a bit of work to write the script, but not super bad. Because it'll just be like setting the parent. In fact, it doesn't need to be... No, it actually won't be that bad. The script itself will be a little bit of work. And now I know that I'll want to reset the all the position, or the offsets for the positions, the X, Y, Z. But it's a buy once, cry once. So write the script with all the little things that attach. For instance, line left should be part of tip index, so I don't need to do two things because they're in the same exact spot. Never mind. That's well, yes, because tip index does not have items under it that we cycle through. It's just a point. Whereas handle and hander, those actually have items grouped underneath them. Like this. But yeah, it'll be basically like run the script on startup, and it'll search for specific bones, specific joint. Are they called joints or bones in Unity? They're all showing up as game objects, but I wonder if they're joints or bones. In Maya, we would call them joints. In Blender, I think they're bones. So yes, all these joints. So go through and search the skeleton for all the joints. Drop them in the right spots. Yeah, and call it good. Set the parents essentially. And it should be set the parent once, it should be done. Just talking out loud here. Good. Yes, once that is done, that'll make this process so much less pain. Thumb, thumb, thumb. Is that all of them? Oh, Rusty Fighter. Okay, where are you? You might definitely be in the wrong spot. Oh, no? Yes, you are in the wrong spot. I'm not going to fully reset because that would change the scale. There. Rusty Fighter is now in the correct spot. Oh, we have an ad starting in 1 minute. I appreciate y'all hanging around. You know what? We're going to snooze this ad. Sorry, Basil Bucks. We need that. Don't need to worry about wave mouth anymore. FPS cam. Ooh, did that have an offset? Did that have an offset? Yes. Shoot, that had an offset. Oh, wait. It did not have an offset. The FPS cam is directly in the center of the head, I believe. You know what? We are going to transfer that one back. I don't want to screw up the FPS cam. We haven't used FPS in a while. Or wireframe mode. Okay, FPS. We're going to close up some of these things. So we can actually reach the other head. Where are you? Okay. You're fine. You. Oh, that is ever so slightly off. I think that's a math error. It's like 0.4 and 0.4. Yeah, 0.4 and 0.4. I think we'll be fine. Dropping it back there. 0.04, not even 0.4, 0.04. So we'll just zero that out. That should be good. Should be good. No new phony, you want to swear at the people. Oh no. Sorry to hear that your phone excursion was frustrating and ultimately unsuccessful. Well, maybe it wasn't completely unsuccessful. Depends how the rest of it went, I suppose, right? What is this? Post stuff. What are you doing over there? Oh gosh, okay, that sounds extremely frustrating. Jeez. Yeah, that does not sound fun at all. Sorry for your frustration. Okay, we'll turn this back off. Hopefully that's not offset too goofy. Yes, I definitely decided that I am writing my script that assigns all the attachment points to a new model. I am not moving them by hand anymore. Because they kept their world offset when I dragged them. They did not keep a local offset, they kept a world offset. Or world position or world offset? World position. Which makes sense and also doesn't make sense. Okay, let's... You go invisible. Okay, so let's go somewhere a little brighter. Mm, there we go. Classic, classic. Okay, now it works. Now it works. It's in the right spot. Okay, that works. Let's try that. Yes. Add. Add. Yup. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. 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 What else we got? What else we got? Hands. Okay. Flashlight works. What was that? Was that 3 or 1? Oh, laser pointer. No, Ad. We snooze you again. We will be ending here shortly. I'd get it rock and rolling. Okay. Does laser pointer still work? Oh, there we go. Laser pointer still works. Excellent. We're going to be able to use the laser pointer on the TV over there, too. Goofy run, Goofy run. Okay. Ta-da! We can laser point on the TV screen, which is perfect. That is great. That is great. We gotta move this bright light. Hold on. Cancel that. That last object. There, that's the last object. I gotta cancel this this bright light that's right here. Gotta move that out of the way. Or move this back. Can we move this now? Can we actually move this? Oh, get a little bit better. A little bit. There's some harsh physics on this thing. It just does not want to move. We gotta fix that. But we can reset its position. Bonk. Okay. Yes. Oh, and next we're getting one step closer. Many steps closer. Many steps closer. I'm gonna stand like right here. I'm gonna make a teleport spot, basically to go into stationary VPO mode, or which is probably weather forecaster mode. Oof. Let's turn that off first. Bam. There we go. Now it's not quite so obnoxious. Oh, I need to adjust the offset just a little bit more. Turn off the chromatic aberration when we go into this mode. This is a bit much to be staring at. Staring at Rusty right here. Unless we also change the focus point. We could also change the focus point so that Rusty is in focus. I think we just dial down the chromatic aberration a little bit. It's a fun effect, but it does have its place. Yeah, camera offset, super easy. Once I remembered how it's done. Yeah, we just need to scooch it over just a little bit more, so we can get the whole TV screen in. Or I suppose I just walk over a little bit. There. Tonight, the weather. The weather. Nope. Oh, it's the other hand. No. Oh, we got a point behind us. No, my arm. There we go. My arm kind of doesn't bend that way. Ta-da! Over here we have an S. The letter of the day is S. And factory. That does hurt the wrist after a bit. I think that's about all I've got in me today. I would hate to run out of steam, even more so. Zoom with shoulder offset. Yeah, we got that half done. We can leave it right here. Weather forecaster, Rusty. Lock the camera. Let's go find a raid target. I want to thank y'all for showing up here. I'm going to try and work on some of this off stream. The little widgets. I'm definitely not going to code that equipment slot stuff on stream. That would be probably boring for one thing. All right. Do, 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 do. Following. Next stream, Wednesday, unless there's technical complications, which sometimes does happen. But yes, next stream, Wednesday, Dungeon of the Endless. I'm at kind of a good stopping point, or not stopping point, but a good pause point for everything for the moment, so I can think about how I want to do some of this stuff. How I want to, I mentioned it somewhere in the middle of the stream here, but how I want to move things around so I can bring this setup. Snooze one more time. There, last snooze. So I can bring this setup elsewhere. And I think I'm literally just going to take the screen and put it in different locations, in the factory, in my office. I think that'd work out pretty good. That'll work out pretty good. That's cool. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, there's quite a few people online here. You know what? How about something completely different? Well, let's make sure there. How about something completely different? We're gonna go raid Almontis. He's doing a calligraphy stream. Yes, he's doing a calligraphy. He's really good at it too. I believe he used to be a history teacher or professor. Got a raid message. But yes, he's a VTuber, an old man VTuber. So yeah, old man kindred here. And yeah, it looks like he's doing calligraphy. That's pretty awesome. You don't see that too much on the Twitch. But let's go say hi. Let's go say hi to Alamantas. And yes, see you on Wednesday. Dungeon of the Endless. Continuing that playthrough. It is track 3. It is track 3. Nope, trap 4. Okay. Trap 4 is the one that gets me. It's going to put me right to sleep. It's going to put me right to sleep. All right. Thank you all for stopping by. Let's go raid.